after bottle, drinking till I'm slurring. Hold on. I say it's bottle after bottle, drinking till I'm slurring. Tell them bring another service.
Yep. Welcome to the Black Man Mood. Back with another episode, man. Episode 2 right here. Appreciate everybody who watched the last episode. We got a lot of love, a lot of streams, a lot of viewership. We appreciate everybody, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new, man. Hit that like button for us, man. Hit that share button as well. Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all, man. So we'll go ahead and get to the show, man. We got an amazing show lined up. A lot of great topics to get into. I start off, I'm your host, J-MEEKS, and I got my guys and my gal with me. I got my guy, SUEDE. What's up with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Just happy to be back. Looking tackling some of these new topics.
Okay, my guy MACE in the building. What's up, my boy?
Going on with you, my boys? Good to be back, man. Get back on top of the movement, you know?
Yes, sir. Don't stop. How you doing, Lynn?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, man. Appreciate you coming back.
Of course.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It was lit last time. We had a great connection with everybody. Great show, man. So yeah, let's get straight into these topics, man. I'll start off with the first topic is Russell Westbrook interview, and we'll just get y'all thoughts on. We'll just play it and get y'all thoughts on what you hear.
What you all's answer is, what do you think, just in your words, makes your relationship work?
We really love each other a lot.
Yeah, that's a start. That's a start. That's a start. That has to be the start.
No,
honestly, I this is what I think it works. I'm big into not being like super underneath my wife and super tied into every day and every time. I think it's good that like I travel for a couple of days and then, you know, I miss her, she miss me. It makes our relationship, I feel like when we're at home for 2 or 3 weeks straight, like the summers and like just home too much, then she get on my nerves and I get on her nerves, and you know, but I do think it works well, you know, when I get to travel a couple of days or go away for a night or two, and I get that I miss you text. I know that, you know, it's sounding, you know, come back, I know it's working, you know, I know it's working. Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
Now, you talk about you felt the heat earlier. I'm feeling the heat now.
Gonna get that? Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't want to tell anybody.
You send the.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were going to tell it.
Can I elaborate? Since we're killing time, I will elaborate on what Russell's saying. First of all, it is nice when you spend some time apart, you're constantly getting back together. So what he's referring to is in the off season. The off season, we go through a transition every single year. Russell's going from being gone half the time to now he's having to reacclimate into our system. Russell wants to come in and blow up the system. I'm like, no.
Y'all get the keyword "our system." That means I'm not a part of that system.
When you're not home, you are not in the system. I'm sorry. So that's where we are trying to readjust and acclimate to each other, being home, incorporating Russell into our program. Well, this is the thing. We all incorporated ourselves into Russell's program for so many years. He is now on the other side. We're now on the other side of that, where unfortunately to uproot 4 people and 3 little people in their system is not, as you know, is not a good idea. So Russell reacclimates, and there's always a transition. There's always going to be hiccups. And then we get into a groove, and then the season starts back up again, and then we get back, we have to reacclimate again. It's a constant, everyday transition and change that we're adapting to. And so the thing is the adaptability. The silk.
The silk. It's so important because your marriage is.
All right, man. I watched that whole interview. Actually, it's like 30 minutes. It was a pretty good interview. Good to see how they, they was pretty open about the dynamics of their relationship and stuff like that. It was just pretty cool to see, man. It was funny to see her natural reactions when certain things when he was saying certain things. I just feel like it was a good dynamic of how men feel versus how women feel. And plus, everybody's relationship is different to me. Like some guys like a lot of space, some guys like to be up underneath their lady all the time. Um, I like my space, but me and my lady kind of attached at the hip. We've been attached at the hip since like we met type shit. So I don't be pressed for a bunch of space and all of that. I really like spending my time with her, but I'll just tell her straight up like, hey, I'm about to do this or whatever, and then she'll give me my space or whatever. So I just feel like he's just used to being on the road and he just got used to that pattern of like maybe he like to go watch YouTube or play the game or something like that. And she probably just kind of comes in on that space when he's on the road. He's just in the room by himself. He could just do all that by himself and not have to worry about no interruptions. So I just feel like he was just being honest, and maybe I don't think she expected him to be that honest in front of everybody. So it was just cool to see though, man. How y'all feel about it? I got some more thoughts, but I'll let you get shit off.
I got it. Honestly, it's good. Like you said, it's good to see the relationship. I think the most important thing that I want people to take personally from when they hear some of that is don't try to mirror your relationship after everybody else's, because you got to do what works for you. A lot of people, unfortunately, hear advice on another person's relationship, be like, oh, let's be like that. It doesn't work. You got to build it with the person that you with. That comes with knowing who you with, knowing how they act, and knowing how they operate. So, like you said, you can still see at certain times he said stuff where she was like, oh, really? Like, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying, it's not new, but it was more like a surprise that he said it. But they did give some good insight on what works for them. And I think that's the most important thing to take away is find what works for you in your relationship and not just look at everybody's relationship on Instagram or Facebook, but ooh, that's what I need or want, but you don't see it. So it's good to see both sides of the positive and the negative. They still were kind of going back and forth a little bit because all relationships have that. So follow that model, man. Look at both sides. So anytime they give you both sides of the relationship, I respect them more for that than just putting the pictures up and putting goals and stuff like that. You see both sides, so that's a win.
Yeah, and I do think that when he was talking, like the one part he didn't care for was her saying that they had to get him acclimated into their system and stuff like that. I feel like it was more about the wordage. I don't think there was anything wrong with what she was trying to say, because he does have to get acclimated into what they got going on because he hasn't been there. But any man gonna feel like, damn, y'all, I think y'all should acclimate me into the system, or saying like it's kind of weird the way she worded it. It's like, damn, like I ain't a part of the system or whatever. And I feel like he probably feel like, the system is based upon me making 40 mils. It's like he made 40 mil in like 9 months. So I'm just saying. So, but I don't have no problem with what she's saying. I understand what she's saying. He does have to get acclimated into it though. How you feel, Suede?
Man, I would have to agree with Russ, man. I think it's good to spend time with your significant other, but it's also time that it's important to have your own space. Me personally, being up under my lady 24/7, it's grounds to kind of get on each other's nerves here and there. You know what I mean? And so when you give each other space, gives that time to grow fond, to miss each other. And so when the next time you guys are up under each other, it's a little bit more special. So I'm not mad at that, man. Like I'm all about giving each other a little bit of space. When it's our time to have our time together, we do that. But man, space is important, man. Everybody needs a little bit of me time.
Facts. How you feel, Lynn?
I agree with all of you guys' perspectives. I think it was nice to see a healthy conversation and just lend to the point that marriage is going to be consistent work. You're not always going to agree, like you guys stated. You're always going to need that time apart. I think the only thing that I would add is that I think personally for them, at some point his career is going to come to an end. So I would hope that they find some other healthy alternative, because there's going to be times where he's not going to be in the road for 2-3 days and they need to learn how to acclimate together, because there's going to be a time where he's not going to be on the road at some point. So
Facts. Yeah, that's a good perspective because that's definitely gonna be a big deal. If y'all having struggles now, imagine when he doesn't have to go to work anymore, and it's that summertime becomes all the time. So,
right.
but yeah, man, salute to them, man. At least we got a good, nice, positive couple, man. They look like they love each other.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into this next joint, man. I don't even have I guess my question for this is, would you let your daughter do this? How about that?
I'm out here in Miami, looking for the hoochie daddy. Where they at? Where the niggas that get ratchet? Where they at? My son need a new pappy. I'm out here in Miami, looking for the hoochie daddy. Where they at? Where the niggas that get ratchet? Where they at? My son need a new pappy.
Lynn, I want to get your perspective first, man. Let's hear how the lady feels about this.
Absolutely ignorant. I will say, as innocent as she may have thought that was, it's going to be learned behavior down the line. And when her daughter is a teenager and she starts presenting these behaviors or trying to act in this way, and you try to parent her, she's going to look at you sideways because, I mean, that's what she's accustomed to. So I just think it's ignorant, it's not innocent, it's planting the seeds for future issues. And I don't know, I think as women, we got to get away from that. It's just ignorant.
Yeah.
No, piggyback on Lynn. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And as a father of 4 daughters and 2 bonus daughters, you know, it matters what we let our children listen to, especially at a young age, because their minds are young sponges. And so they're developing these ideas, these facial expressions. You know, I know her mom probably makes those same facial expressions. And you know, just it matters what our youth is listening to. And a lot of what we're listening to nowadays is not all of it, but some of it is trash. I mean, you know, it's just trash. And so you don't want to get the wrong idea at a young age, because it's going to start to materialize when she gets older. And like you said, there are going to be repercussions, and it's all falling back on the parents, man. It's all about how we parent these children. You know, they didn't come up with these ideas by themselves. So I'm not for it. You know, the little baby is cute, whatnot. I thought it was funny to see her do that, but that's not, you know, suitable for a young child at that age, you know.
Yeah, I didn't think that shit was funny at all. I felt like, what the fuck is this? That little girl looked like 3 years old or something like that. And my first thought was, she had to watch that joint like so many times to get that, because she knew all the words damn near. She just can't speak full-blown English yet. But and how you letting her listen to that shit, talk about she looking for the hoochie daddies and what the niggas that get ratchet. Like, bro, that's a little toddler, bro. Like, she barely learning how to talk. Like, it was just sad watching that joint, bro. And then I scrolled Shorty page because I was like, bro, let me see if this is what she do all the time. And all the comments is disabled on every video that she got, because everybody obviously been flaming her up about exploiting her daughter like that. So yeah, she's exploiting her daughter, man. And y'all niggas that be exploiting y'all kids like that, bro, that's sad, because these kids got to grow up like y'all said. And the little girl is justified to act however the fuck. If you've been throwing the TikTok in her face since she was 1 to 2 years old, having her do dumb, ignorant shit. But go ahead, Mace, how you feel, bro?
Hey, man, I honestly, at this point, I just be piggybacking off y'all. Like, that's real. To me, honestly, bro, personally, I don't like it because there's so much more constructive stuff you could be doing. I mean, like I say, it's all for the viewer, whatever, but your daughter can't say her ABCs, my guy. I'm being honest with you. Most kids can't say the ABCs. They can't write their name. They can't spell nothing. But like you said, you put that song in their face and she know it word for word. And that's the problem with it going up. I ain't trying to sound like an old head, but that's the problem with the generation. They can sing every word to a thought song or a hoochie daddy song, but ask them, you know what I'm saying? Ask them what their address is if something's ever happened. They sit there and cry and they ain't got no sense.
Right.
So you're instilling the wrong things in your kid. I'm saying, like, you understand that. Put it in order, put it in perspective, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come a time where something important needed. And I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous to me. Like I said, get her right, man. I ain't saying everybody got to walk around watching Arthur or watching Sesame Street, but at the same time, if I ask your daughter what's like you said, if I ask my daughter what's 4 + 4, she say 44.
Hoochie daddy.
You know what I'm saying? But she can tell me what a hoochie daddy is. And sweetheart, you need to get that. You need to get that right. And probably she flaming them because ain't nobody saying it was. It always brings the next question. Not being funny. I wonder where the man is in the situation. I wonder how he feels about the situation. Like, where, because me personally, that was my daughter, you better understand that'd be the first and last video she ever threw up like that. So the fact that it's repetitious lets you know that this is a common practice for her, and there's nobody in her life saying, hey, stop that. Which I'm not saying it's not a man in the house, but obviously it's not a man in the house strong enough to be like, hey, we're not doing that with our daughter. So this is her lifestyle, which lets you know, like Lynn said, when she gets 12, 13, 14, and she out there doing that, it's like, that's ugly, that's not cute. Well, it's been cute since I was 3. Why is it not cute anymore? So it's ugly, man. Just, we got to do better, bro. We got to do better, all of us, man.
Yeah, man. All of us got to do better, bro, because she need her daddy, man, wherever her daddy is. Because I know ain't no man that want his daughter doing that, bro. That's crazy. That's literally grown woman shit, bro.
Yeah.
But speaking of, we'll move on to this next one that's related to the topic.
What if Summer comes to you as pretty as she is and says, Mom, I want to be a city girl?
There don't be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, like never went to school girl and she's on a whole nother way. Like, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want it for her.
What if Summer comes to you as pretty as she is and says, Mom,
Hold on, talking about ain't nothing wrong with it. If ain't nothing wrong with it, then why can't she be a city girl? Like,
Right.
nothing wrong with it. That's crazy, bro. Like, I'm not I don't listen to the city girls. I don't know nothing about the city girl. I know a couple of things because of the media and shit like that. But I do, I heard a couple of, I heard their songs to know that, how they them niggas that get ratchet. That was probably one of their songs. I just feel like of course you don't want your daughter to be no city girl. So basically you're admitting that you're propagating bullshit culture to the kids, and you don't want that to be your daughter influenced by it, but you don't mind influencing everybody else's daughter on it. And thankfully, I don't let my daughter listen to none of this dumb shit. My daughter is green as fuck to all of this stupid shit that be happening, thankfully, because I don't let her listen to no dumb shit. I don't let her do no stupid dances, none of that shit. So I agree with her. Don't let your daughter be a city girl, because they talking about, robbing niggas and doing all that crazy shit that's going to get you hurt. You know what I'm saying? If you're really doing that, living in that life. So how y'all feel, bro? I got a lot to say, but go ahead.
I mean, I agree with you. It's just like she's kind of saying it's good enough for you to consume and good enough for your household or your children to consume, but it's not good enough for mine. So I just think as parents, that should be even more of a reason why you should govern what goes on in your household and not let these entertainers govern what happens in your household.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she should be ashamed of herself, honestly. I mean, you don't want your daughter to grow up a city girl, but you're sending that message to a million little girls out there. You know what I mean? It's destruction. It's destruction. And she should be ashamed of herself. I mean, she just going along with the gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Just planting seeds, planting bad seeds, man. And that's that bullshit. But, some people do anything for a check. And basically that's what that is.
So just so if you don't want your daughter doing it and you out here doing it, so just so. Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead, Mace.
No, go ahead, Sway. You still talking, you?
Oh no, man, that's it. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah, man. It's weird when everybody disagrees on the same thing. It's weird, but damn, bro, like ain't nothing you can really say. Like anybody who listened to what she just said, if you after this support any city girl activity, you are a effing clown. Like Shawty got on an interview and told you to all of your faces, my child will never be what you see me to be because it's ugly. She painted her own career and her lifestyle in a negative light because she knows she won't allow her own child to do it. But yet she's going to go back in the studio and make this album and tell your kids to play it. But you know for a fact she will not let her kids do it. That's crazy. Anyone who supports that after that is an effing clown. And I'm sorry, but that's crazy. Like someone literally just told you to your face, this is stupid. Don't do this. This is ugly. And I wouldn't, like, let's be clear. If someone told you right now, hey, here's this food, what is it? it's a cheeseburger, but if you eat it, it's going to make you sick. All right, give it to your kid. Fuck no, they're better than that. What? Like, and you're going to feed it to them? That's crazy. And people are going to sit there and really rock with that. That's crazy. You're a clown, bro.
You know something else that she said that was funny? She said, I was raised differently. So first of all, who was you raised by? Who raised you like that? Because your daddy taught you to be a city girl. So I'm just saying, it sounds like she's saying her mama raised her to be ratchet, acting like that, and now she want her daughter to live differently. But that's crazy, man. We could get off of that topic, bro. That shit was nuts.
Man.
Let's get on to the next.
Every day on Beyonce Internet, these passport bros expose how powerful women are, the influence we have. They have to fly out of the country just to find someone to date them. It's not like they're going overseas to experience the culture, hug a tree, or eat the good food. Women are the motivation here. I thank God every day I am her, and I don't have to do all that. Whatever I want out of life comes to me effortlessly without having to put on a mask, wear a facade, or be a good girl. All I have to do is be myself and simply answer a DM if I ever want to date again. Ultimately, women are the blessing here. Don't fight with me, fight with God. Continue to punch the air before bed. Fly high, bro.
Hey, let me start off real quick because I'm not a passport bro. I'm married, man. So let me get my quick little shit off. I got passport bro homies though. So I do want to say this. If the passport, bro, like, first of all, why do y'all women who not checking for these dudes, why do y'all even care that they want to go overseas? Like, why does it matter if that's not the dude that you looking for? So it's weird when I see them going in on these dudes, like they're so wrong for wanting a woman outside the country. And I can't never judge nobody for wanting any type of person though, bro. That's like weird to just discriminate against people for wanting love out of somebody or wanting happiness. That's crazy at one point. And then secondly, the man, like if a man is going overseas for something, does that mean he can't get a date over in America though, bro? Like, I just feel like that's just all nuts to me, bro. I feel like that women are giving too much power to the passport bros when it's a group of guys that have agreed that they want to be happy and find happiness no matter where they get it from. So if you seeming like you are, well, we can get into it. But if you seeming like you got a problem with these dudes, then why do you care if those ain't the type of niggas that you want? But y'all get into it, man. This is very interesting, man. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah.
So while I agree with you that there are some who are genuinely going there because they want true connection and love, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I feel like that's the majority. And you referenced why we as women or why women feel the need to like address these men. But I think the part of the conversation that's being left off is that they will make that comment that they're going over to be passport bros because the women over here aren't shit. That's the part that we're leaving off. They bring us into this conversation, and then when we rebuttal, then we're the issue. We're bitter. We're angry. I think that if they simply said we're going over there to find A, B, C, D, and left us out of the equation, there would be no reason for us to rebuttal. There's always going to be someone who's going to say something if they're not involved in the conversation. But I think a lot of these guys have spun the narrative that I'm going over here because the women over here aren't shit. That's why we're in the conversation.
If I was to say to you, or if you said to me, I'm going to China, man, these dudes over here ain't shit, I'm gonna be like, all right, go into China and see how it worked for you. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't feel like that I need to respond to that because you're not personally coming at me. But I see what you're saying. Niggas should not generalize women and be like, y'all ain't shit, so I'm going over here. That's when you generalize. You gotta say, my experiences haven't been going well over here. That's why I'm going. Right. But if you bashed, hell yeah, you asking for trouble. But that's why they say hit dog gonna holler though. If it don't apply, I'm letting it fly. That's all. But how y'all feel? But how y'all feel?
You got a mace.
Oh, solid. Listen, I'm gonna be clear about something, and I will never back down from this. It's not always how you say. It's not always what you say. It's how you say it. And a lot of times, the messenger can make a message fly away from you. The person delivering this message is the wrong fucking person. Like, listen to me. If you make valid points in something, fair deal. You will unravel every point you made by being a condescending dickhead. Like, let's be clear about something. The sky is blue. Yes, it is. But if I say, wow, you idiots don't know the sky is fucking blue. Fuck you. What? Like, how dare you? Like, it makes you sound horrible. And to look at her say this, to be real with you, she sounds like a bitter person. Because instead of just being, like you said, numerous things, it doesn't bother me. Why do I? Hey, if you want to go over there and be a passport bro, knock yourself out. I am in no way, shape, or form a passport bro. I don't support it. I don't rock with it. Hey, to each their own. If you want to go find you something, I got a homie who's like a brother to me who's currently trying to get his passport to fly away. Touche. Knock yourself out. But I'm not going to go, oh, you're going to get a passport? Wow. Let me guess. To feed your little ego? Shut up. Like, it sounds stupid. Like, it makes you sound bitter. And it's like, if it doesn't concern you, like, what is it? What does it care? Like, I don't care. For females all the time. These niggas ain't shit. I'm going to date a white man. Oh, well, touche. Good luck with that, shawty. Like, you can be like, oh, you fucking traitor. Let me, like, bro, when you do that, it makes you sound like you care. But your attitude in delivering the message, you want to act like you don't care. And then she had to turn it into if I wanted to do it, all I have to do is answer a simple DM, which lets us know you are just still playing the game your fucking self. Because
you're just single by choice, and you got all these DMs you could just be
you're stalling there, and you had to throw that in there. If I want, and Shawty, please don't, you fumbled the bag. Don't fight with me, fight with God. Well, you're losing the fight to God because I'm gonna leave that out. We're not gonna get biblical here because I ain't about to sweat on my collar and get in church. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fight with me. Fight with God. I'm sorry, I didn't know in the Bible it did say God said don't travel the land to find a love that you want to be with. No, sorry, I'm getting different. Anyway, no, I'm not gonna do it. But the point is, like, bro, the messenger is important in the message a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And this messenger is the wrong person to tell you how it looks, especially when she out here being condescending during her whole speech. That's me. I'm off that.
Can I say something really quick?
Go ahead. Get
in. Of course. I guess I didn't take her attitude as condescending. I feel like the exact things that you guys are saying, or how you reference that women shouldn't care about it, I think that her approach was more geared towards women, not towards men, as to say we shouldn't care. Although I don't agree that women are the prize, I feel like men are the prize. I feel like she was saying in a way like, why does it matter? Why do we care? Like, let them go do their thing. And I didn't see it as condescending. Only part I saw as condescending is when she referenced that we are the gift. I think both sexes are the gift. But I don't feel like the message in itself was condescending or the way she presented it. I feel like she was nonchalant about it. And I feel like that's what you guys are saying. Women should, the approach women should take. They should be nonchalant.
If that was nonchalant, that's crazy.
I got you. Let me write. I got you. So, okay. So with that, this is from my point real quick. So you can have that. But here's the thing about that. See, there's a tone of voice that a woman talks to that'll let you know she's being condescending. Like a person be like, oh, congratulations on your job. Congratulations on your little job. See the difference in the tone? It's a condescending tone. And that's what she did. And you can say she wasn't geared at men. Yes, she was, because the last thing she said was, fly high, bros. That's geared towards men. That conversation is geared towards dudes, bro. I wasn't geared towards women. And that's what I think
condescending
the point
as hell. I thought
very condescending in that. Fly high.
Okay,
bros.
question.
Go ahead.
So the same way Meek said only a hit dog will holler, well then why should the men be so upset that her attitude was condescending if the message isn't for you or intended for you?
But it wasn't the same thing. It wasn't intended for her.
She said to the bros that I wasn't offended because I ain't flying high.
But what I'm saying is that if it doesn't apply to the men that is not intended for, why does it matter?
I mean, well, we gotta call. She sounded like she was bitter about something. Like it was.
She did sound like the popular boy turned her down.
That there's a thing called passport bros. Like, that's why she's single. But I'm gonna leave it alone.
It did sound like the popular boy might have turned her down, like the popular guy turned her down, and then she like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about him. Like he's not that cute anyway. Like, but sis, you just, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, let's play it one more time, bro, because it definitely seemed like she was condescending to me. But let's see.
Every day on Beyonce internet, these passport bros expose how powerful women are. The influence we have. They have to fly out of the country just to find someone to date them.
That was cracking up. Yeah.
Experience the culture, hug a tree, or eat the good food. Women are the motivation.
Pause.
She almost done.
No, listen.
Go ahead.
Listen. And that solidified my point. You ready?
Yeah, because how you know niggas ain't going to get no food? Like,
no, listen. The definition of condescending, having or showing a feeling of patronizing superiority. That is exactly what she just did. Like, bro, that's the definition of condescending. Replay it back. That is what she did. That is literally the verbatim definition of condescending.
And when she said, it ain't like you're going to hug a tree or get something to eat or nothing like that. But that's exactly what niggas is going to do is eat. Like, what are you talking about?
When she said, you show us how powerful women are. That is condescending. That is patronizing superiority. That is what that is.
That's facts. Lynn, you got something to respond to him, man?
I mean, I still don't. I agree with the definition, and again, I feel like what she's saying is that
this nigga drop off.
She's saying. Oh, go ahead.
I thought he dropped off. You good?
Oh, she's saying that men. What I took from it, she's saying that men will degrade women, but they're going over there for that very thing. So women. There's something about the essence of a woman that men are even willing to go overseas to find that essence. That's what I took away from it. I agree. There are points that are condescending, but I think the overall message is being missed.
But she was being slick, Lynn, because she tried to bunch up herself with the women overseas.
She did slide some things in there.
She was very sly,
you know it.
Yeah,
very sly.
Yeah, like how you gonna bunch yourself up to the women that they going to? Like he's saying that y'all are different type of women. So you cannot just say that it's women that y'all okay, yes, they are going for women, bro. They're heterosexual males. So yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, man. So it was just funny. She was definitely being she was just being slick as fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? But let me finish.
Whatever I want out of life comes to me effortlessly without having to ask, wear a facade,
super,
or play the good girl. All I have to do is be myself and simply answer a DM if I ever want to date again. Ultimately, women are the blessing here. Don't fight with me, fight with God. Continue to punch the air before bed.
Especially that part. That was condescending.
Come on, Lynn.
Hey, but listen.
Is doing that.
Yeah. Come on, Lynn. Like this nigga straight from Boys
I
in
don't
the
know.
Hood.
I mean, is that what y'all doing that night? I don't know.
Right. This is right. But nah, she was definitely being like, she was cracking all the jokes. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, that's how she feels. She got it, bro. That was a good one, man. That was entertaining. Let's see what we got next. Oh yeah, let's get this passport bro situation out the way with this last one.
What do you think about passport bros? What's your opinion about that concept?
Well, I think that, like they go there because they can't really handle us here, we have a lot of, like, I feel like they can't take the feminism and the fact that we actually speak up for ourselves. And, the fact that we're independent and we do our own, and they don't like it. Like, some people don't like, some men actually do like it, but these men, I don't know why, they're so against it. They don't like to see us shine. I just don't know why.
I'm not a fan of the whole handle word. Once they say handle, it's like, are you a bull or something?
Right.
Like don't nobody want to have to handle you, yo. Like, we supposed to have a good relationship, so neither of us should have to handle each other. We should be like compromised and love and, just sacrifice and stuff like that, and not trying to, either of us be too much to handle. Like, so when you say dudes can't handle you, well, yeah, that's gonna scare a man away for the most part, because nobody wants to have to handle you. They want to just be with you. So that's my only takeaway, really. How y'all feel?
I jump. I keep it easy with you, bro. I said it before. I'm not a passport bro supporter. I'm not, bro. Like, I'm be honest with you. Do what you want to do in life.
Support the passport, bro. What's wrong with the passport bros, man?
Because honestly, bro, I feel like as a dude, there's no shortage of women in the pool here that you can't make addition. Like, it's a blanketed statement to me to be like, oh, like you said, women ain't ish. I'm going to Brazil. Like, well, let's be something about it, bro. A woman doesn't change because you go to another country. Like, a woman is a woman. Now, their upbringing might change, but remember the joke Eddie Murphy made about finding a chick in Africa and bringing her back here? You got to lock her up because she get around America. It's not that. Like, bro, a woman is, their mentality is, like I said, women are more emotional, men are more logical. It doesn't matter where you go, you're going to find that. So maybe the independence is what they can't handle, but I don't feel like I have to leave the country to find somebody I want to be with. And if it's too hard to deal with that, then maybe change your surrounding. Maybe you're picking women because no disrespect, maybe you're out of shape without a good job. No disrespect to anybody. Lose 50 pounds, go back to school, get a degree, and see if you pick the same kind of women. I noticed that because I used to be 315 pounds and I've been 210 pounds. Best believe the women of the different ways are completely different. You know what I'm saying? I was working at a call center one time and now I'm the director somewhere. So believe the quality of women I get. I didn't have to leave the country to change the quality of women I had. I changed my own circumstances and made my life better. I went from driving, I ain't gonna say what I drive now, but I went from driving a Honda Accord, you know what I'm saying, to driving something $35,000. So guess what I'm getting? I'm not getting girls coming out of Rainbow with purple hair. Now I get females who are coming out of the courthouse who are deep, you know what I'm saying, who are work for the feds or who are police officer, or like, I get those kind of attention. So I don't have to leave the country for that. In order for that, why don't you change your surrounding and change how you do you, and maybe that'll attract different people.
I don't disagree with you. I agree and disagree with you. I agree with you because I do agree you should be able to find somebody here. I think that you can find somebody here, but I don't agree that all women are the same no matter where you go. Yes, they are women where no matter where you go, but it's about what is their environment, what are they exposed to, what type of upbringing do they have. For the most part, you know, just being honest. And my mom is from Panama, you know what I'm saying? So I have background outside of the country. So I'm just saying women in other countries are brought up differently. Most of them have more fathers in the house than over here. You know what I'm saying? Or their fathers are more strict over there on certain things. I'm not saying that makes them better. I'm just saying women have different values over there as opposed to America. The values have gotten worse, as we've been talking about in the topics before now. The values have gotten worse amongst men and women in America. So I'm not singling it out, but so, you know, it's not wrong for a man to want to go find somebody somewhere else. But yeah, I agree. You could run into the same problem somewhere else, but you also may not have to run into the problems that they might not like. Like, some men don't like the aggression that some women may have that come from America, and some women are not raised to be aggressive at all in other places. So if it's about the aggressiveness, if it's about maybe they want different styles of food, maybe they just like a different type of energy. You know, every dude like different stuff, man. Everybody is different. So so I do agree that there should be able to find somebody here, but the women, the pool of women like you talking about is not the same as men were choosing from before, in their opinion. So they're like, let me go try over here. And then over there, you also can introduce a woman to your culture. You know, the women don't even speak your language for the most part. So you can just teach them a lot of things, you know, and start from scratch kind of, as opposed to some women, depending on what age you are stuck in their ways at certain ages. You know, as they get older, men and women become stuck in their ways, and they're harder to deal with, harder to date as you get older. But go ahead. I ain't gonna be too long with it. How you feel, Suede? Lynn, how y'all feel?
Honestly, I feel like that was you neaten that up and you put a bow on it, because the majority of men going over there, no disrespect, aren't going over there because they've done research on Brazil or they love that the women are cultured there. that it's a running joke amongst women here or in general. Passport bros don't go and vet women or vet countries because they like the culture there. They go there, and the main thing they say is because these women embody traditional values. They're more docile. They're more prone to being housewives or still more aligned with that tradition. They don't go there because they want the culture. They don't do that. They want a woman that they could, plainly said, have more control over. And that's the truth of it. I think that's the issue. They don't say we're going over there for culture. They always say we're going over there because the women are more traditional. But that tradition is loaded. It's a loaded statement, because what they're really saying is we want a woman that's docile. It's the truth. Even though the women there may not be docile, I'm not saying that about those women, because I kind of feel bad for them because they're painted in a bad light. But what I'm saying is that the men would have you think that the women there are more docile because they always phrase it as they're more traditional. They're more prone to wanting to stay home. They're more prone to do this. It's not a good look.
I wouldn't say, I haven't heard the word docile a lot. I think they say that the women are less aggressive or more feminine, or they're more like nurturing. That's what I've heard. Words like that. Like they're more care for your man, try to make a plate for your man, ask your man what he want to eat. I'm not saying my wife is exactly like that now. So for y'all to act like these women are extinct over here, you just have to, I think you need to do what MACE said and just keep looking, and what type of women are you looking at? Are you dating the same type of person? Look for different qualities. Like I had to tell my sons, like my son's getting older, I had to tell them, don't get caught up in that having a type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people lose out on good people because when you were all young, we think like, yeah, I like this type of person. I like these type of girls. I like dark skin or light skin girls, or same thing with the guys or with the females. And it's just like you will miss out on the best person of your life because you were saying you don't like dark skinned people or vice versa. And just me, like I dated more lighter skinned people throughout my life, and my wife is a beautiful dark skinned woman. So, but I thought my preference was light-skinned girls. So, I just feel like people need to just open up your preferences a little bit more, focus on more things other than just physical traits or just whether you want somebody to be docile or not. Because I don't, that's crazy. The word docile, that means like kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? I would never say that. Like, that's tough. How you feel, Mace? You like got a lot to say.
No, I'm solid, bro. That's
go ahead, SUEDE. Get your thoughts off, B.
I don't really got too much to say on it, man. People like what they like. And if they're going overseas for whatever reason they're going over, as long as it's not affecting you, I don't know what everybody shouldn't be so opinionated what they think they're going over there for. They could be going over there for the food, as well to check the women out, as well to get a little bit of the culture. It could be an equal percentage of what they're going over there for. How do we know? You know what I mean? It's generalized that the passport bros are going to get the more traditional. I mean, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? If they feel like over here in America, it's more independent women, and when I say independent, we've gotten into an era where it seems like, generally speaking, the woman can do for herself, or the woman doesn't need a man. And if they want to go to somewhere else across seas to where they can find a woman that's, better suited for them, then so be it. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you. It shouldn't matter if somebody wants a traditional woman or a non-traditional woman, just because women have become however they become now doesn't mean a man gonna be happy with that. You know what I'm saying? He might not want like that, whatever. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's like over the years, like the general woman has gotten harder instead of softer. And a man wants a soft woman, not a hard woman that thinks that, I'm a woman sometimes and I'm a man. I'm the man sometimes, and that's the idea that a lot of women give off, that sometimes I can be soft, but I'm in charge, and not really in charge. So that's not the right term to use.
You mean aggressive, like
aggressive? Yeah, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if a woman is aggressive, that would turn me off when I was dating. So I'm going to go for the more softer woman. So I'm just saying you don't have to go overseas to find a non-aggressive woman. Just to go date women that A lot of women come. I like to. I prefer if a woman came from a two-parent household. That's a preference of mine. Is because yes, I would expect certain things out of a woman who came from a two-parent household as opposed to one that did not. So, and yes, that don't mean I'm discriminating against women that don't have a two-parent household, because I've dated them too. But after dating both, I know my preference would probably over here for the most part. So, and that, to me, that's what a traditional woman is: someone who was raised by a mother and a father and just got both the balance from both, as far as the advice and everything, and the upbringing and the learning. So yeah, we can slide on to the next topic, man. I can get your last thoughts off if you got anything else.
Ali.
All right. All right, let's talk about this right here.
Hey, TikTok. You know, it's crazy because I joke a lot about being single, and you know, I laugh it off. But I'm 46 years old. And while I'm getting ready for surgery and everything, it dawned on me. Hold on. I'm sorry. It dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me. I don't have a husband to help me get ready. I'm 46 years old and I still need my mama to take care of me. Full stop. I still need my sister, which, whether I had a husband or not, they would be there. It sucks. Being single and 46 sucks. That's it. It just sucks. And I'm fucking tired. And I make jokes about the fucking buffoons that I have been encountering in dating. But in reality, this is my reality. This is my reality. This is my reality, and those stories are the shit that's available, because all the good men have gotten married in their 20s and 30s because they're good men. I'm not blaming it all on men, because women are fucking shit. They fucking batshit crazy too. So, but this is my reality, not anybody else's. That's all.
All right. I'll give my first thoughts real quick. To me, that it was just sad, you know what I mean? To me, that's what I feel like, that 95%, maybe more than that, maybe less, 95% of women actually will feel like, if they're that age and don't have somebody to share their life with, because maybe if you don't know that it is important to share your life with somebody, at some point you're going to realize that. If you don't realize that, all of this stuff, that all the things that you do, you're going to want to share it with. Your mother is too old to be caring for you, like your man would, when you go through something crazy that you need somebody to help you with. Your friends too, like you're being a burden on those people, male or female. If you're 45, 60, 50 years old and you have no partner, You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you have to have a partner, but it's just there's a lot of things that people need at those ages. And a partner is everything that's what you need, someone who loves you for, so that when you in those times you have somebody that loves you is going to benefit you the most. But when you don't, you're going to have to stress out your mom or your dad or your uncles or whoever, because they got to go to these appointments, go to your surgeries, go to do all these things with you that they and even your mama, I'm sure her mama said it to her, like, girl, you need to get a man. I'm 60 some years old. I can't be coming to all these damn appointments and shit like that. So, you know, that's the type of stuff your mom gonna say. But so I could be wrong, but that's how I look at, like, I got a daughter. I love women. So I look at, like, I get sad or stuff like that. It's like I want everybody to have somebody, you know what I'm saying? But the truth is, if you are living your best life in your 20s and 30s and you're city girl in or whatever, that is probably, you know, that's a likely situation for you to be in your later years, because, you know, there's not a lot of guys out here that are just proposing to women. And there is a whole culture of men out here that is like anti-date, marriage and all that stuff in this era. And there's all these dudes on here telling women not to get married and it's a bad contract and all that shit. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody you love, it's not a bad contract. But if you don't, it is a bad contract. So, you know, y'all can get your thoughts on, but to me, it was just sad, and hopefully everybody would take heed to this and not just take it as some bullshit. And look at, if you're in your 20s and 18 or 20 or 30 watching her saying that, you should not want to be her. That's all right, when you get 46. But go ahead. Yeah.
Let me ask Lynn, for a woman's perspective. Lynn, why do you think it is that she's single at this age? Because we all have choices.
Mhm.
But woman, what do you think is the reason why she's still single at this age?
I mean, first of all, I want to salute her for being able to be vulnerable in a climate that isn't necessarily okay to be vulnerable in. But to answer your question, I think it could be one of two things. It could be this whole narrative that us women have going on currently, where it's like, we don't need a man for anything. Live your independent life. What's the phrase Carisha uses from City Girls? Act bad, because even being the good girl is going to get you nowhere. And it could be a situation like that, where for so long she thought she bought into the narrative that she didn't need a man. Or it could be something as simple as she dedicated too much time to a relationship that wasn't going anywhere. And I'll be very honest here. I was in a relationship from 17 to the age of 31. When you invest too much time in a situation that is not going to manifest anything, you can find yourself in that situation as well. So, I mean, I don't want to speculate that it's the first option, because it very well could be the second option. Maybe she invested too much time in a situation that was not going to manifest anything. So I think as women, we need to be very careful what we're manifesting for our life, what we're putting out there, and just not wasting time on situations that aren't going to bear fruit.
For sure. I appreciate that. You know, sometimes I think that even as guys, we have these prerequisites or these standards, or we're looking for these specific things in the opposite sex. And at the end of the day, we all yearn for companionship. I think that sometimes, because we have these things that we look for, the person that could be suitable for you is right up under your nose or just walks right by you, and you never know it, because that's not the ideal that you're looking for. And so I just say that to say, you know, like you said, you know, women, even men, like, this could be a learning lesson for men as well too, because we all want somebody, not just her. She was brave to get in the space and be transparent with her feelings, but men as well, like, we want companionship as well. Don't get it twisted. So, you know, I would be a little bit more open-minded to different possibilities than what you have an idea for. You know, love comes in different shapes and sizes and looks and variations. And, you know, you just don't want to dumb yourself down to what you have an idea of what it is, because it could be something totally different. And you may miss your mark and you'll be 46. like the lady in the video. And hopefully it's not too late for. But like you said, that pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller. You know, it's not much. The older we get, that pool opportunity gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So now that we in our 30s, you know, your 20s, your 30s, you know, I will be a little bit more open, have your eyes and ears a little bit more open to different possibilities than what you may be used to or what you're actually looking for.
I agree.
That's what's up. How you feel, Mace?
Man, I hate to be insensitive one on the panel. I apologize ahead of time.
Not the evil laugh.
No, seriously, bro. I do. I hate to be insensitive one here, but we ain't all gonna agree all the time. I gotta be objective. Ready?
Go ahead, bro.
She's only saying that because she's having surgery because her mortality is in question. Because if you go back and look at her TikTok, she said it herself. I play joke around being single. I laugh at men. She does. Go look at her TikTok. She makes that's her thing. And now that she's having surgery, she's afraid. And so that she's afraid, she's on camera saying, no, you knew you didn't have a man when you were 26, when you were 36, when you were 40, when you were 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Now that she said it, now it just dawned on me because I'm about to have a surgery and I'm afraid and I need people. This didn't start. This was something she knew. So if anything, to me, she's been part of the problem because you spent your TikTok career joking about being single and how other people should be single and blah, blah, blah. But now you're sitting in front of the camera going, heed my advice. You had this advice for the past 26 years, probably since you were 20 years old. But now that you're afraid, your mortality is in question, now you want everyone to heed your advice. Well, you should have gave that advice before because you've been alone holding your pillow since you was, well, you're a bystander since you were, now that you're 46. So where was this before that? You were one of the people who were leading people down the jokey, be single path. Now you're about to have surgery at 46 and you realize there's no man. You knew there was no man when you get up and go to work in the morning. You knew there's no man when you had to cook yourself dinner at night. You knew there was no man when you were going to family reunions. No, listen, I'm saying, I'm not trying to be a dick, bro, but I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest, bro.
For real.
I apologize. I don't wish nothing bad upon this lady. Hey, I pray your surgery goes wonderful. You come out, you find a loving, happy man on POF or whatever, or some dude, you find a doctor in the hospital who loves you back to health. But we're not going to sit here and act like you're 46 years old and you had no choice. You knew you've been single so time. And like I said, go look at her TikToks. It's not something she just started. I am 39 years old. Best believe when I wake up and I come out of my room and my son's in his room, I don't smell a woman's fragrance in my house. I know there's no woman in my house. Don't be clear about that. I have a daughter, and my daughter knows her dad's not around at certain moments because she knows what a man is supposed to be like in her life. What I'm saying is, you've known this, but now you're online in front of us going, I'm 46. This sucked. Sweetheart, it sucked at 35. It sucked at 36. It sucked at 38. It sucked at 39. It sucked at 40. Now that you're 46, it didn't change. What changed is you're afraid because not being fair is no different than a person. When you have to stare a big decision in your life or your own mortality, which is man's biggest fear is their mortality, which is why, and it's not wrong, a lot of people when they get older do what? They find God because of mortality reasons, because they're afraid of, they're staring something in their face. It's the truth. You're staring at something that's afraid of you, and now everything in your life is before your eyes. You don't have a man. Sweetheart, you been ain't had a man. You was going to family reunion when your sister had her husband, but that was fine. Or when it's been there, but now it's a reality because you're about to put that gown on and hopefully you're going to wake up and you're afraid. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't jump on camera and say, this is my reality. It's been your reality because you're 46. That's all I'm going to say, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not being rude. Well wishes to you, but we got to stop acting like, oh, I feel bad for her because she's single at 46. She was single at 45, wasn't she? 44, 43? 42,
don't go
41.
through the numbers no more, bro.
No, I'm gonna know because I have to drive this point home. I'm serious, bro. I hope you find the love of your life, but you spent your time on TikTok going, single, key. Excuse me, ma'am, you've got to have surgery. I ain't got no man to take care of me. You didn't have one before the surgery, but now it's a problem. That's all I'm saying. Bro, call me a dick. I don't care, but I got to keep it factual, and that's a fact. hate me. It's true. I'm sorry.
Well, you're a
Love you.
dick. You said
That's
I can
fine.
say it. You're a dick.
That's fine.
Just kidding.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding.
That's fine. I'll be that.
I mean, no, I agree with what you're
You ain't
saying to
wrong.
an extent, but I mean, at the same time, I don't want to make this a women and men issue, but it kind of is, because I feel like she's not going to be giving grace in the situation, but men come to the same epiphany. A lot of men, not all men, will have multiple kids, multiple women. They'll circle the block, play the field, and then they'll hit 40, and all of a sudden they want to settle down. Albeit the pull for a man is going to be more available. You know why? Because women have more grace when it comes to men who are 40 plus. Women, right, we age out. Let's be honest. A man who's 40 who decides he wants to now settle down and have kids, a woman is more prone to be gracious towards a man. If it's a woman, we're going to give her the same energy that we're giving this lady right here. Oh, well, you knew that at 34, 35, 36, 41, 45, but so did the man. But now when he decides that he wants to settle down, he's supposed to be afforded grace. I just think it should be grace.
Why does she want to settle down? But why does she want to settle down? Put that in context. She didn't want to settle down before this surgery. Put that in context. She wants to settle down now that she's afraid, because she said, "Oh, my mama got to take care of me." Well, what do you? Put that in context.
Yeah, the wake-up
She's
call.
not settling down because she's ready to settle down because it's her life. She could have settled down anytime. She's settling down because she said, what she say? I don't have to assume. She said it. I have to get a surgery, and now I don't have a man in my life. That's why she's saying this. That she said out of her own mouth. So how are you going to afford her grace when she's the one that made the decision this whole time to not settle down until she needed someone?
I mean, at any point in any woman's life, at some point, if you think you don't need a man, there's going to be a time like this girl where you will realize you do need a man. That's all. And, you know, that's why I just feel bad for any woman, because y'all think y'all don't need a man, and every woman need a man, bro. I'm just saying, when you see an old lady about to walk across the street or about to get hit by open a heavy door, you're going to go grab the door for her, make sure that old lady get inside the door. I'm just saying, this lady right here could be the same old lady in 20, 30 years, and I'm going to hold the door for her and wish that old lady had a man that could hold this door for her. I'm like, damn, this old lady trying to get around this whole city by herself. That's sad.
Maybe her husband passed away, though. Maybe she's a widow. This isn't a widowed woman. This is just a woman who chose not to have a man.
I don't care why she ain't got no husband. I feel like, damn, she should have somebody other than her own self trying to carry her. She hunched back over trying to open doors and walk around the city.
I'm gonna speak from a woman's perspective really quickly. I can do it by myself, but do I want to do it by myself? Absolutely not. I don't want to be hauling groceries and then taking out the trash. I'm not one of the women who are like, I don't need a man for anything. No, I do. There are things that I don't want to do as a woman that I would like a man to do, and I'm okay with saying that. I don't need to be this ultra independent woman. I am wise enough to know that is not logical. There are things that men can do that women can do, but maybe we just don't want to do that. It's okay to say that. It's fine. We just need to relax. I'm okay with saying at the age that I am, I have come to the conclusion that yes, it is okay to want a man. I can do a lot of things by myself. Hell, I'm a 6'2" woman. I can do a lot of things that a lot of men can do, but do I want to do them? No, it's okay to be soft. I think as women, we need to realize that it is okay to be soft. It is okay to be feminine, but still maintain some type of power. You don't have to relinquish all your power, but there is still a way to be soft and feminine.
Like I said, and I agree, but like I said on the last show, like there's certain things that just males and females are just needed for. And like just for like the kids, like I can nurture my kids and cook for them and help them take baths and all that stuff. But a woman does all that stuff way faster, easier than I can do it. You know, say do my daughter's hair. It take me 4 hours to do some regular shit to my daughter's hair. My wife would have did it in 10 minutes. So yes, we all could figure it out if we had to, but nobody should have to do everything by themselves for the rest of their life. That's not how we were made, or as humans. You were made to have a yang to your yin. But go ahead.
Next.
Go ahead, Suede. You got something to get off?
Man, you know, I agree with what Lynn said. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36 and I've been single for 7 months, right? And it's been good to me. You know what I mean? It's been good to me. But I made a Facebook post maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You know, jokingly, I was just asking God to go ahead and send me my wife because you know the dating pool is it's all right, but bro, when 3/4 of the crowd is saying my coochie pink, my booty hole brown, I'm losing hope. I'm losing hope, and so I'm I'm ready to settle down something special and share these experiences and you know this, that, and the third, and you know that kind of thing. So you know, my eyes and ears are open. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to grow old and get to 40 because you're right. I don't want to be looking at 45 talking about I was single and looking at 44 and 43 and 42. Now that I'm 36, you know, we done did enough of it, and I'm ready to settle down my damn self. So
Hope
you
you
know,
find it, man.
for real,
bro. Facts, salute, bro.
definitely being patient, and I know God is gonna send her to me, and I'm gonna know for a fact when she comes across me. But definitely ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I heard the girls is out in Miami looking for the hoochie
Hey
daddy.
man,
Pull
maybe
up.
she can start a passport sis group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, passport sis.
Hey, wait, fly high, sis. Wait, but that's not trying to say that, right?
You petty.
Moving on.
Right.
Moving on.
All right, go to Miami, bro. They looking for the hoochie daddies, D. Let me see what else we got, bro. Uh-oh. Oh, ain't got no sound. Hold on.
It's one love and men ain't capable of it. This whole is crazy. Men love for real. Women want men's love to be emotional. It's logical. It makes more sense. It's not delusion. Women want y'all to care about their emotions. That shit that's running in their heads. Men have greater things to worry about. Like your goddamn survival.
You feel me?
It's more important than your feelings. And they love for real. Just because they're not bowed down to your emotions and to your authority, basically kissing your ass, doesn't mean that they don't love. It means that they see a bigger picture. They see a lot further. They have more logical things in mind besides your wishy-washy emotions. Don't sleep on a man's love. It's more genuine than yours. But good luck. It's one love, man.
That good luck might have been condescending. But
right?
But hey, man, I don't disagree with nothing she said. I ain't finna bash or do nothing. I wouldn't talk to the women the way she just did. But and I wouldn't say our love is realer than a woman's love.
Right.
But yeah, how dare any woman ever say that we don't know how to love? Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know nothing about. And I know I looked up I see her do the interview with Charleston White, and she basically told her business at the beginning, and she just recently got divorced and all of that. She been hurt by 2 dudes recently, so that's where a lot of her premise comes from. Now we don't know how to love because 2 niggas hurt you and did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if the couple of girls that did me wrong, I just generalized the whole entire population of women after that because they did me wrong. Y'all all gotta be ain't shit. So, I don't like nobody saying we don't know how to love. So whoever auntie that was, man, salute to her, man. She know her shit.
For sure.
How y'all feel? How you feel, Lynn?
I mean, I agree with her. I don't really see anything wrong with what she's saying. I just think it goes back to how we were referring to Russell and his wife. Everyone's relationship is going to be different. The way you love in your relationship is going to differ from how someone else loves within their relationship. I think it just goes back to a vetting process. You need to learn your partner, who you're picking as a partner, learn their love language, and that's ultimately how it's going to work. Just because someone may like being showered with gifts, someone else may like words of affirmation. I mean, it just comes down to you knowing your partner and how they like to be loved or how they want to be loved. no form of love is more superior. And again, it's not this euphoric feeling. I think people get caught up in that. It's action. It's anything but a euphoric feeling. So I think people need to get away from that. Just because someone doesn't make you feel good does not mean that they don't love you.
Facts.
Loving you can be a host of different things. So
big facts. Go ahead, man.
Talk to him.
How you feel, Mace?
Hey man, shout out to Auntie, bro. You know what I'm saying? I I appreciate it, man, honestly. But like you said, man, and there's one thing, I'm just throw this tidbit in real quick and I'm throw this away and I'm done. This is why a lot of people have platforms are irresponsible and they shouldn't be able to talk because, like you said, you done told your business at the beginning. Who hurt? Like it's a joke. Like who hurt you, sis? Well, if someone hurt you, then you're the wrong person to be getting on camera and leading 100,000 followers down your path because you're hurt. Like that's why it's really important that when you have a platform, you have to check yourself and hold yourself accountable because you're leading people the wrong way because you're personally hurt. So now you got all these girls who are going to be saying out here, yeah, that's right, men don't know how to love just because you're hurt. But then you're going to find a dude in a few months and feel lovey-dovey again. And then now you've led all them astray thinking man ain't shit because you was just hurt for a few days. Like stop being irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? You have to take care of that. You have followers of people who are going to listen to you. Unfortunately, people follow blindly. But if you know that, don't just jump on there and be like, well, just so y'all know, before I do this, I'm hurt and F all men. Now listen to me. That's irresponsible and you're doing more damage to the issue that we're having as men and women than helping us progress. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Shawty, put the camera down.
Yeah, fuck out of here, sis. What's up, Square? How you feel?
Man, I really don't have nothing to say after what May said. I agree wholeheartedly. I concur.
Yeah, this shorty right here with Charleston White.
That you chose, the man that you had. Woman who's been married 30, 40 years, and let her tell me about her man, because she can't tell me about our man. Let me tell me about the man that you chose, the man that you had. Don't tell me about the man you didn't have, because you don't know those men. Right? Because if all men were the same, all men will be doing the same. Okay. And some niggas fucking some punks.
All right. So
There's a lot of niggas ain't taking no shit. And some niggas beat women, and some niggas won't dare touch a woman. And some niggas say bitch, and then some niggas say, hey, I'm gonna say this woman. So we're all different. Yeah, we have the same chromosome, makeup, all that. Only but our environments, how we raise, supersede all that shit. Because once you develop a conscience, once you learn right from wrong and you got a confidence, homie, I wouldn't give a fuck what turn you on, you wouldn't do it. If I wouldn't give a fuck how horny you is, you ain't gonna cheat on your wife. When you develop that, you fight against your nature. You deny yourself. That's where fasting and praying come in there. You develop coping skills. You develop critical speaking skills, conflict skills to supersede your nature. That's where the morality comes in.
Sheesh.
That was deep.
That nigga was talking that shit.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't tell a man more about being a man than a man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he was speaking facts that some of that shit she just don't understand. Because you literally can't be a man. You could be a tomboy or a stud or whatever you want to be, but only a man is a man, bro. We just know. Like we don't got to talk about it. We don't got to break it down. We know. So the fact that you can say we all the same is just crazy. We already got into half of that shit that he said because yeah, we all got different. You could tell by watching this show. You got three different men with three totally different outlook, different perspective. We may agree, but we're not gonna agree in the same way. You know, so we're just totally different, man. But you know, get your thoughts off me.
I mean, I ultimately agree. I mean, it goes back to what you said. A woman can't tell a man how to man, just like a man can tell a woman how to woman. So, I mean, I can't disagree.
Right.
How you feel, Mace?
Actually, it was crazy. Me and Lynn talked about this the other day, and I think this the best thing for this argument is so many people are just making blanketed statements, and they need to stop doing that. Like you said, talk about the man you've dated. Talk about the man that you've had that ain't ish. Do that. Like, don't just blanket all men ain't shit because then you get dudes out here who are that way, but you'll lead your followers away from those good men because you've got their mind thinking all men ain't ish. So preface that by saying, hey, I dated this man right here and he wasn't ish. I met this guy, he wasn't ish. But don't be like, oh, these men out here ain't ish. No, the ones you're choosing are ish, and maybe tell your followers to stay away from those kind of men if that's who you're trying to attract. But don't put a blanket over all men just because you're upset. So that's the best thing he said to me. Stop blanketing every man.
Anything to add, Suede? We'll get up out of here.
Not really, man. Charleston was really talking, bro. He was really talking that shit. And I mean, you know, we're all different, bro. It's I really feel like it's all about your foundation, how you were brought up, the influences that you had around you, that molded you to be who you are, your faith in the higher, you know, your relationship with the higher being. All that kind of stuff matters, man, as far, and you know, that just what makes us different.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll leave that there. So we'll let you go, Lynn, and then we'll get at you on the next show if you're talking about it, because, yeah, fucking with you.
For sure.
Good. Have a good evening.
All right, my dog. Be safe, Lynn.
And a pleasure.
Fly high, sis.
For real. All right, yo. All right, let me pull this card up real quick. Just get y'all quick thoughts on who you got in these battles.
Max Out 3 probably about to be one of
the card of the year, bro.
Top 5 cards of all time, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Pull the card up, bro, so we can go through that. If you're saying that type of
nah, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That Max Out 3 card is nuts, bro. That Max Out card's crazy, bro.
You said top 5 all time.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. He threw some bombs in there.
Well, let's hear it, man.
It's Averb versus A-Ward. It's Hollow Hitman versus Ill Will, and it's Ice Pack versus Big K so far.
Oh.
You know, Young Ill is making Big K, the dog, and hopefully the dog don't strike again, because you know he Mr. Consistent, and he been giving niggas 30 sacks of work. So you know.
Yeah. And that's just the card so far. They still got more dropping. They don't drop 3 battles.
Young Ill and Big K, I don't like that match. I ain't gonna lie. Big K about to watch Young Ill.
Don't say that.
I like Young Ill, but he took too much time off, bro. He's not with the new times like that. He's trying to catch his little wave. And matter of fact, I just watched him and John earlier today. That's crazy.
Ill Will and Holla gonna be crazy, bro. Ill Will him and Holla. And it's in the blue room, so we ain't got all that crowd shit, bro. I like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Who y'all got with that?
All right. And they only got 3 announcements so far, and they said,
yeah, bro.
Watch the AR and they said the next announcement might be bigger than Ice Pack and Big K. It's about
Big K is getting a what they call that, a tune-up fight after he fought Murder Moose. Like the Young Ill about to get washed. I ain't gonna lie. He may get 1 round, but he about to get 3-0, bro.
Probably.
I seen what he had against John. He was decent. You know, he started off good, but yeah, but I'm just saying that his material versus Big K, he'd have got 3-0. Crazy.
Man, and John was talking that shit, boy.
Yeah.
John even the shit.
I don't think I watched the 3rd round though. I think I was cooking or something. I didn't catch the 3rd. But yeah, Hitman and Ill, that's like a 50-50 joint right there to me.
Nah, bro. Ill about to do it to him, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sucks, bro, but I got Ill doing it to him, bro. I don't like that, but I got Ill, especially in the blue room, bro.
Ill about to do it to him 2-1. You know, Hitman's first rounds be fire, so you know he probably steal the first round, but Ill, bro, what?
I mean, I wouldn't count out Hitman. Y'all sleeping on Hitman, bro.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not sleeping, he's better with the crowd, bro. Yeah, he better with the
blue
crowd.
Room, bro.
Ill Will is Mr. Blue Room.
Yeah, he is Mr. Blue Room, bro.
But he's also, you know, both of them are good on stage, so I think they both gonna be good in the blue room too. So I ain't sleeping on Hitman. I think it go 2-1 either way. We'll see what happens though.
What you think about Averb and A-Ward?
I don't like that matchup. I ain't
gonna. Bro, A-Ward. Here's the thing: the only thing that's gonna help Verb is that he's in the blue room. That is going to help him. Because the thing about it, they don't get the crowd, so you can hear him where he's saying. Because A-Verb do be cooking, but but the problem is when he on stage, don't nobody like, we don't want to hear that shit, Sharif. Like they be like, we don't want to hear that.
So who's gonna
that's
win?
gonna help be in the room.
I got A-Ward 2-1. I mean, excuse me, I got A-Verb 2-1.
You got Verb 2-1?
I got Verb 2-1 in a slight edge because A-Ward, bro, A-Ward be cooking, but A-Verb exposed some of the angles that he gonna take already, and I think he gonna nail him.
What did he
bro.
say? I didn't hear it.
You know, he talk about how his mom be getting high. You know what I'm saying? His mom high. You know, his brother was a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And then A-Ward jumped out the window and was like, you know, I would battle you in St. Louis, but and now that it's like 3 of the St. Louis top
it's a St. Louis card.
he feels like it's him versus St. Louis, and he said that, and so he done painted a target on his back, bro. It's just like
it's gonna be like 30 St. Louis niggas in the room, bro.
No, it's in that, but
they're gonna bring like 30 St. Louis niggas, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to figure out what now. I might pull up on that joint.
Dog, hey,
it's in Atlanta.
Yeah,
yes, in Atlanta.
Yeah, I might pull up, bro. If you want to pull up, let me know.
Man, yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with A-Verb in that joint too. I think A-Ward just got too much up against him in that situation. And A-Verb, when he really want to beat you, bro, he gonna write like crazy.
Yeah, he gonna go in.
Yeah, so I'm taking Verb on that. I'm gonna go with that experience in that pin game.
Yeah,
but Ward, you know, he's gonna come with it too. So let's get into this other card real quick.
10%.
Tay-Rock versus Av.
Rock.
I don't really care about that matchup because they know each other too well.
Yeah,
I got Av, bro. I got Av.
I'm going with Av too. Pin wise, Av got the pin advantage. Are they? Oh yeah, it's gonna be on a big stage though, so you got to think about that.
Yeah, I got Av. I still got Av. I'm sorry, I got Av going to town.
Av is different. Yeah, big stage or not. Yeah, I'm going with Av too. Bro. New Jersey Twerk versus Hollow. I hate saying this nigga's name.
Honestly, that's the battle I don't care about the most, bro. I'm sorry.
New Jersey Twerk pause versus Hollow the Don. I'm going with Hollow, but I'm never choosing Twerk versus over Hollow pause. So yeah, I'm going with Hollow, bro.
I got DNA.
Hold on, what y'all got for Hollow versus old boy?
I got Hollow.
And I got Hollow. I honestly, bro, I will
Hollow
be honest with you. I will never bet for Twerk ever.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
Yeah.
Every time you want to bet for him, he do something stupid, and I can't.
Yeah.
DNA versus Jerry West. Who y'all got?
DNA.
Me too.
DNA been cooking.
Yeah, DNA going. Yeah, DNA for sure.
DNA for sure. T-Top and John. I'm going with T-Top. That's gonna be a tough one though.
I got John 2-1.
I got John 2-1.
That's tough. I got T-Top 2-1.
Fonz is gonna fuck Suge up.
Fonz is gonna wallow Suge.
Suge probably gonna get 3-0.
I can see a 3-0 or a 2-1 dirty clear. Like you snuck one, but nah. Suge might get the first, but man, Fonz gonna wallow Suge, bro.
I'll be honest with you. For this to be Summer Madness, this card is trash.
Yeah. It's real mid, bro. It's real mid.
It is mid. It is mid, bro. Like
no Lux, no Mook. Like I need to get the Lux and Mook in there. Like yeah.
The only person I got was DNA because DNA been on damn near every Summer Madness.
No K-Shine. Like stop playing,
bro. That was hurtful, bro. K-Shine should have been battling Twerk, bro, not Hollow. That should have been the battle, Shine and Twerk, bro. I'm serious.
No Jersey Twerk should not be on shit. I'm tired of seeing.
No, but since they put him on here, he should have been battling Shine instead of Hollow.
I agree with that. But but then you taking Hollow off the card for that nigga. No, thank you.
But bro, Shine. That's been something I've been needing to happen. Shine and New Jersey. Shine was talking that since Twerk jumped out saying Shine, he helped Shine write his bars. I was like, whoa.
This nigga will say anything to get a battle, and they gonna always give this nigga a battle, bro. He just a little plant, bro. But let's get off of that, man. So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you hit the like button for us, man. And hit that share button for us, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Fuck you, man. Yeah.
J-MEEKS.
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Pushing P, nigga, look at me. I got all these niggas shook at me. Sacrifices what it took for me. Talk loosely, man, it's raw sushi. Ain't nobody ever fucking cooking me. Swear to God, you niggas all goofy. Why the fuck you even talk to me? They can never steal the sauce from me. Paid the cost to be the boss, homie. Now I got a bunch of lost homies. Should've known that they was false, homies. I would never take a loss, homie. I won't let another nigga disrespect me. I'ma have to put the pause on it. Wanna nail me to a cross, homie. Nah, pussy nigga, kill me first. They all fake, man, it really hurt. Our relationship is really dirt. 6 feet to be exact. Bitch speaking me with tact. This beat could be a slap. Still tipping and I'm Will Smithing. Don't make me pull a real Smithing. Need a toilet, this is real shit. When I rap, this shit is real different. Authentic to the GMO. You gon' have to know the real difference. Dre 5 and he still spitting. Ever since I was a jit, niggas knew I was legit. Ever since I ever touched a beat, niggas knew I was a hit. Ain't soft spoken, this is God spoken. I'm a killer, but my heart potent. We need healing cause we all broken. Fuck your feelings, man, God chose them. I'm so cold, man, my heart frozen. No Timberland, nigga, fuck you mean. Spot permanent, nigga, just for me. It's soft and nice, so how the fuck you mean? Got a question, we can't trust the bleed. Cause they the type to say fuck your seed. Don't make me catch niggas up to speed. I'm the reason you still fucking breathe. Told